One. Hello, y'all. Welcome back to my podcast. So today we'll be talking about football, baseball, basketball, and hockey, aka the NFL, MLB, NBA, and HL. So for today's news, we have a mid-return from Michael Parsons. As y'all know, he tore his Achilles last year. He was with the Cowboys for like almost his whole career, but he got traded to the Cowboys last year for Kenny Clark and a first round pick. And he had 12.5 sacks last year before he tore his Achilles, but surprisingly is he's still top 5 in stats. Either way, he tore his Achilles last year. And we have Patrick Mahomes returned to practice, even though he tore his Achilles last year, like a week before Michael Parsons did. He said he tore his Achilles or he tore his ACL and MCL. He's back to practice, but he isn't participating in 11 on 11. The Justin Fields, who the Chiefs traded for with the Jets, is doing the 11 on 11 for Mahomes, but he's doing 7 on 7. And they have I think they have Rashid Rice. He's in jail for doing something dumb. He got surgery like a week before he went to jail. So they have Xavier Worthy. He's still injured. He's not practicing that much. Travis Kelce, he's washed now, but signed a 3-year deal in free agency. And Kenny Walker signed him from Seahawks, Super Bowl MVP. So, yep. But anyways, Donald Washington signed a 4-year, $42 million deal with $21 million guaranteed. Make them like one of the highest, like top 7 highest paid tight end. He should be pretty good with the offense with Aaron Rodgers coming back for one more year. Michael Pittman, who got traded from the who the Steelers got from the Colts. Michael Pittman, DK Metcalf. A good defense with TJ Watt, Cam Hayward. That's it. And I don't know why the Steelers decided to bring back Aaron Rodgers. Because they have Will Howard, they have the rookie, and they have Mason Rudolph. So I don't know, but Aaron Rodgers is reuniting with his old head coach from the Packers days, who they won 1 Super Bowl with, and won 3 MVPs with. 2, 1. I don't know how many MVPs he won, but we don't know. Because the Steelers have not been under 500 since 2009, 17 years, 18. But Kittle, 49ers tight end George Kittle is on track to return week 1. As y'all know, he tore his Achilles last postseason in the wildcard round against the Eagles. And we need my boy George Kittle because he's going to be blocking for CMC. And our offense last year was injured, bro. We lost Fred Warner to a dislocated ankle. We lost Nick Bosa. He's on track to return. He's returning at training camp. Markel Williams, who got tore his Achilles against Giants. And who else? Brad Purdy for like almost half of the year. Juwan Jennings, who signed with the Vikings, as I told you in my last video. And Ricky Parcell. He had one good game against the Cardinals where Mac Jones is playing, but we didn't do anything, I think, besides that game winning the game throw a touchdown against the Bears. I was at that game, so go Niners. And yeah, hopefully it's be a good year. But the bad thing is they face Myles Garrett in the division, who the Rams traded for on Monday. Why? And at least we have Trent Williams, who we signed to a 2-year extension. As y'all know, the 49ers are trying to trade Williams, so good we didn't trade him. Yeah. A warrant has been issued for wide receiver, 49ers wide receiver Brandon Ayuk for driving 115 miles per hour past the 49ers stadium before the game against the Tennessee Titans. I don't know, bro. I don't know what's happening to him. 2024, he tore his Achilles after getting that big extension done. We just should have traded him. We should have traded him to the Steelers or Patriots. As you know, Patriots have A.J. Brown, so the Patriots wide receiver Trason Booty he wants to trade it off the Patriots as the Patriots got A.J. Brown. So I don't know. Trading to my Niners. I don't even need him, but trade him to the Dolphins, who doesn't have a good receiver room. But Shohei Ohtani, now let's move on to MLB. So my Dodgers won 7-0 against the Diamondbacks. And Shohei Ohtani, we lost game 1, but we won game 2. We won on Tuesday against the Diamondbacks and yesterday. Shohei Ohtani pitched 6 scoreless ending against the Diamondbacks, and he did pretty good at the bat, even when he was pitching, because he batted 10. He batted 3 for 4, 1 strikeout, but no home runs though. I think Freddie Freeman hit that home run, but yeah. But next, now we're going to the NBA. I don't know. We went from MLB to NBA so fast. My bad, but next, the New York Knicks take game 1 of the NBA Finals. They were down 14, as I talked in my video yesterday, but they were down 14. And Jalen Brunson, they came back down 14, scored 30 points, and won the game for them. Crazy. I thought they were going to lose, bro. I thought Wemby was going to take that game away, but he had 24 points, so let's see if the Spurs take game 2 tomorrow. If the Knicks can win one more away, they can win it all. Because if they win game 3 and game 4 at home, they can win the NBA Finals. So, but today for the hockey, we have game 2 of the Stanley Cup with Las Vegas, who they fired the head coach at the end of the season. So it's going good for them right now. So yeah, because the Raiders can't do anything, so they have to have one more. Since the Raiders can't do anything, the hockey has to take over because the Raiders suck. But hey, Fernando Mendoza should be a third player for the Raiders if Kirk Cousins can mentor him. Lions, back to the NFL. I have 2 news for you. Green Bay Packers wide receiver Christian Watson signed a 4-year, $110.5 million deal. It's crazy because he hasn't been that good, but since he's a starting wide receiver, since Romeo Doubs is on the Patriots, and the Eagles traded for the other receiver, Devontae Wicks, in the offseason, so he should be the new number 1 for Jordan Love. And good news for the Packers is Josh Jacobs has returned to practice after being arrested last week. But Lions hired former Dolphins GM Chris Grier as a personal executive. As you all know, he got fired last year. He was the Dolphins GM, but Vikings didn't do good. Josh McDaniel It's a Chargers OC now. And then, if you're a Madden fan out there, Caleb Williams is the new cover for Madden 27. Hope he doesn't have the Madden curse like Barkley and McCaffrey did. So let's see. And then the Jets released kicker Younghoe Koo, who was on the Falcons a couple of years ago, did not release. On the Giants, we saw the kick where he just took the ground and stuff. So, and they released him because he missed 2 field goal kicks in practice. And then they got Jason Sanders, the former Dolphins kicker. Okay, bye y'all. This is all the news you missed in the NFL, NBA,